Oregon Health and Science University called off its planned acquisition of Legacy Health on Monday morning. OHSU released this statement saying in part, after careful consideration of the evolving operating environment, OHSU and Legacy have determined that the best way to meet the needs of the communities they serve is to move forward as individual organizations. Supporters of the merger, some 18 months in the making, included labor unions representing some of the 30,000 employees who would have been affected.
Is someone else going to try to purchase Legacy? Is Legacy going to continue on as it was? What about all the partnerships that exist between OHSU and Legacy?
The Oregon Nurses Association released a statement saying it supported the deal because it believed it would lead to better working conditions for frontline caregivers and high standards for patient care. Opponents argued it would have led to a monopoly and higher prices for patients.
I think if a for-profit, out-of-state company comes in and buy Legacy, it's going to jump up even more.
There were plenty of signs of trouble for the merger, according to reporter Elizabeth Hayes, who covers healthcare for the Portland Business Journal.
OHSU is facing some pretty steep cuts in grant funding, so that's going to really have a big impact on their bottom line. Even without that, they were looking at, like a $45 million loss for the fiscal year 2026.
Not to mention potential impending cuts to Medicare, which would affect both health systems. Hayes says not the same environment as 2 years ago.
The economy is shifting. There's a ton of uncertainty.
In April, a sign the community was also feeling hesitant.
A community review board had recommended that it not be approved.
What could have been? A combined system with 12 hospitals and more than 100 other locations.
But I do think the merger would have been good for Oregon. I'm hopeful, but I'm also very concerned about what's going to happen now and where we go from here.
And one thing to come from this year and a half of negotiations, the union says more Legacy employees have become interested in joining the union. We're told they're about to get started on their first contract. David, Christine.
Yeah, still so many questions, though, about what comes next. Thank you, Libby.